Hello everybody, my name's Edson and welcome back to a brand new episode on the TimeShot SMP. Today what we're going to be working on is the bunker, and before we get into that I just want to update you guys on a couple of things. Number one, I have a new mic, so excuse the levels possibly not being too good. I think I've got everything right. I did a stream last night and there was some issues at the start, but we managed to work through them, get them all fixed. I have now an XLR setup, so I have like an audio interface. I'll try and throw a picture up that I tweeted out of sort of the setup / me looking scared at it. That'll be on your screen now, hopefully. And it's good. It's a lot better than my old USB mic because USB connections. Well, USB's fine. The problem comes when is the part that goes into the mic. Both of my last two mics have lasted different lengths. This one was a year, the previous one was almost 3 years, like 2.5 years or something. And the reason this one and the other one didn't last was because the USB going into the computer was fine, but the mini USB or whatever the mini connector that plugs into the back of the mic or under the mic or wherever, that's the thing that actually messes up and becomes loose and messes with the mic. So I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I need to go with an XLR setup because there's none of that issue, because XLR plugs are a lot easier and better. So a few things. Number one, I have been AFK here for about a couple of hours, maybe 3. And this is what I got. I was AFK all day at my Skelly. Actually, no, I can go this way, can't I? I was AFK all day, and by all day I mean like 6-7 hours or something. So about double the time, maybe even like closer to triple the time than the spider farm. And I got that. So we're working through the materials, and the materials, like here, there was absolutely no Skellies here. There was none here. In this one, there was actually a couple of skellies that actually survived the drop and they had armor. But that was like 3 hours, 2 skellies were here. It doesn't affect the spawn rates in there. So really, in like if I did ever do like a 12-hour AFK session, we'd be lucky to get about 8 skellies that fall in here. We'd be lucky to hit double digits that were still alive. And had armor on, so like it's not an issue. And as soon as I like left the chunk, they just despawned. So it's honestly fine as it is. And then what I've done is I've created a little pathway. I don't even know if this is going to be the pathway. I sort of want to not use stairs. I think I want to use the half slab method. So it's definitely not going to be this sort of length and come down where it has here. But I've brought this staircase down. I've turned it left instead of going down there. And I've brought it down over here, and it goes down to level 5. I've been digging this out. We've hit a couple of lava pockets, which is a little bit annoying, but I do need 27 stacks of obsidian for the end farm. So really, I'm sort of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Now, my idea here is to create a circle, and you guys can see sort of this is, what's the central point of the circle? I think it's this block. I think it's that one there. That's the center there, and that's the 4 either side. Yeah, so that's the central point of the circle. So you can see sort of like this part is all dug out, this part is semi dug out. It's dug out round the sides, as you can see all the way around. I just need to finish digging it out. So the first step to do this and sort of envision what I want to do is to actually just dig this out. So this will be completely dug out to the second, to basically this. So it'll look like this, but all the way around it'll be a complete circle. So you guys will join me back when that's done. I'll speak to you guys in a little bit. Let's do it. And welcome back. So I have finished the digging out, and the next step, I've taken a load of the cobble back, and also I am going to get these diamonds. What I'm going to do is because I need to, the next step, there's some diamonds here as well, and I think there may be some others that I saw. I can't actually remember where they were though. We'll find them. Anyway, and I'm expecting to find more because we're only level 5 and level 11 is the best, and we have to dig up to there anyway. So I've gone onto this website called Plots, which is a site that I use for creating circles, spheres, stuff like that in Minecraft. It's got a load of pre-generated stuff in there. And you can input your stuff and you can lower. It's great. So I'm currently creating a 41 sized sphere. Now what I've done is I've gone onto the sphere. I've created a 41 size sphere, and you can remove layer by layer every single one, and you can build it back up, sort of thing. So you can see in real time sort of like what layer you're on. And a 41 layer sphere starts off, or the center point is essentially 3 blocks that are all the exact same, and that's what this room is now. This is the first block. This is the second block. This is the third block. So once I've removed the roof, one more, we'll have a 3-block perfectly circle room, and that is essentially the center, the complete center, the belt of the sphere, and this being the central block, the 21st block in the sphere. So we're actually creating a complete half sphere, but with 1 extra block because I want it 3 high, sort of thing. So we're creating a just over half sphere by 1 block. So yes, and it's 41 in, is that diameter? I think it is. I always get them mixed up. I'm terrible at that sort of stuff. So my next step is to create this into a dome. How well I'm going to do at this, I'm not entirely sure, because I need to sort of build myself up as I do it. It's not something like I have to start here and I have to go up, sort of thing. So the first few levels are going to be fine because I can dig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks from where I'm currently standing. But once we're 5 blocks higher, I'll need to build a platform up there and then start again, sort of thing. And just, I'm hoping it works. It may not, but you guys will join me back, hopefully, when that's done, or I've raged and quit. Who knows? It'll be one or the other. Speak to you guys in a little bit. Can I just say that just digging out the next level, just the next level, that's all I've done. Just one more level, so it's 3 high. A lot of headroom, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there was a 5th somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it just might be 5 actually. I think that's all it is. So it's only it's only 4. So there's only 4 at the minute, but 4 pockets already, and we're only, this is level 5, so level 6, 7, 8. We're only on level 8. Still got another 3 levels to go. 4 on level 11, and then hopefully we should hit some more. Oh my gosh, so many diamonds. All right, so I've dug out the next 2 layers, and really not much has changed apart from it's just been extended to. For the first, like I said, the first 3 is this. The 4th and the 5th layer is this. All you get is on the 9 wide side on each side, you just come in one with this 3 wide one. It turns to 4 wide. So that's it. So I need to do this on this level and the next one, and that's the exact same. So all that changes are 8 blocks. There's only 8 blocks different in the next 2 layers after the first 3. So yes, I am done digging this out for today, though. It's taken a lot longer than I thought. I really need a beacon, but I haven't fought a dragon yet, and I really need to get that done. I think Pudsey was saying she wanted to do that with me at some point. I'll try and drag some other TimeShot members into that. Should be quite fun. I'll get the heads myself, probably on a stream or something, and then we'll probably fight them at some point. So what I'm going to do now, instead of working on that, is first I need to take all of this stuff back. I've got like a box full of this. I've already taken 1 lot of cobble back, which is good because I kind of like was really low on cobble. I had none. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take this back, and I'm going to leave this here, but I'll pop those in there. So I will take all of these back to my spawn base, create some chests outside of the storage room, because I think the cobble one's almost full and will definitely overflow. But that's all right. I'm going to bring some dirt down here as well, because when we get, how high? 1, 2, 3, another 3 high. We made it on 2 or something, I'm not entirely sure. I think the 3rd one, no, I think we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll replace that one. We'll replace it all apart from like 1. We'll leave like a 1 wide gap around the side or something. We'll replace that one with dirt, and then we can head up there, and then we can work on the next level. Just on dirt, or we may put dirt here or something. I don't know. Once we've dug like completely, so we've still got like standing room as such. I don't know, but we need to bring dirt as the platform that we work on, because there's no point replacing the cobble because it takes ages to mine. And at the minute, like I said, I don't have a beacon, so I do need to have something that I can mine easily that won't fall like sand or gravel. So I need to obviously use dirt, which is the next best thing, and I can rip dirt apart so easily. If this was all dirt, I'd have had it done already. So yeah, I'm going to leave all the diamonds until the complete dome is dug out, and then we're just going to dig all the diamonds up. As you guys, I don't know, I keep trying to remind you all, where did I put the diamonds? Oh yeah, they're in my actual diamonds chest now in my storage room. So I've got almost 2 stacks of unmined diamonds like this, silk touched, like that. I've got almost 2 stacks of them. And what I'm doing is, for the first year of TimeShot Season 2, I'm not mining up any diamonds. All the diamonds that you see me with, all of these, I've earned from trading and or sort of selling books and mending books and all of that. So all the diamonds I've collected so far are from that. And I don't know, I think I'm going to create some sort of competition. So you guys need to get to guess how many diamonds I'll get. And I think the closest will win like a game or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. So that's that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head off. I'm going to sort all of them, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and test out a few ideas for the floor. So I'm going to go in a creative world, I think. Test out a few ideas, and I still don't know what I want to do, because I can't obviously get rid of these, but I want to obviously use them. I want quite a light theme within this bunker, because one of the things I'm going to be using is iron. So I want sort of like iron, stone slabs, maybe even sandstone, and sort of use those sort of tones of blocks. And it's going to be quite contrasty with this. So what I'm thinking of doing is digging this out completely, as far as humanly possible, sort of thing. And then I'm thinking of putting just glass on the floor, like as the floor level. But I think I'm going to have white glass. So I'm going to test that out on like a little section or something, and you guys will join me back when I've tested that out on a section. So I'll speak to you guys in a little bit once I've got some more work done, and we'll see what the floor looks like. Alright, I'm a little bit unsure. Obviously there's still some blocks despawning. It's not the full room, so you won't get the full effect really, but I don't know. I think the glass would look a lot better if it was black, for one, but I don't know how that's going to work with the actual sort of idea I've got for the colour scheme for the actual walls and all of that. So I think maybe the floor might be the final thing that we do in terms of the outside blocks, because I don't really know what's fitting. I'm going to leave this here though as a sort of like reminder of what I've been doing, sort of the idea that I had. But for now, I'm going to concentrate on the actual the walls, the dome, the sort of ceiling, and that sort of stuff. So we can test this out. I do like it, but I'm still a little bit unsure. I'm still very unsure, to be honest. So that's that. I'm not entirely sure how long this episode's actually been, so I don't really know how long I've got left, really. So I'm gonna quickly take a quick look, and you guys will join me back when I know how long I've got left and if I can actually get anything more done for this episode. So I'll speak to you guys just in a couple of seconds. Alright, so we've got a few more minutes left of the episode. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mining up the obsidian over here, and just start talking to you guys about my plans for this and what I want to do here. So ever since I've had that glitch of the mobs despawning in the I should probably pop these. I'll pop these in my inventory and then I'll keep these here. Ever since I had the problem with the mobs and the animals and everything despawning in my sort of spawn chunk, my or a spawn chunk within my house, I've always thought, well, at least it's not happening to the villagers. And then it did, and I lost the Silk Touch villager, and I was quite annoyed at the fact that I'd lost that. I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's fine. I can easily replace it. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, that's just like, it's a little bit of a pain, really. So my idea now is to create another place to keep all of these. And what I'm going to create is a bunker underground. And as you guys know, it's not too far away from actually where I am. It's along that path that I've got going through the desert. That's where that bridge leads to. And I don't know where the entrance will 100% be, but it'll be roughly around there. So I want to create a bunker where I keep all of my villagers. So that's all of the villagers that I trade with. I want to have a villager breeder down here. Now the breeder, I probably want to be able to turn on and off, sort of thing, I think. So, or maybe, I'm not entirely sure actually, so I don't think the villager breeder, I think what we need is we need a way to get villagers down here that's like an official way. So there's like an official cart system to get down here. The breeder needs to be away from here because I want an iron farm. So I want all of the villages that I want to keep, whether it's villages that I use to make emeralds or whether it's like villages that I use for books, anything like that, all of those villages are going to be kept down here in this bunker underground. On top of that, I'm going to have the spider farm and the skelly farm both link into this bunker. Now I'm going to link them in so only the bones from the skelly farm, so only the bones and only the string from the spider farm go into this bunker. Everything else will just get thrown out, sort of thing, and it'll despawn. The way I'm going to do this is by doing something I've never done in Minecraft before. I'm going to create item elevators. I'm going to create item transportation. I'm going to create item sorters and all of that. Something that I've never really dabbled in because I'm just not that knowledgeable and not that. I haven't really got the patience for it. So I've never really tried to learn it. So I'm going to try and learn it. This will be my first experience with it. Things will go wrong, but it should be a fun process nonetheless. So on top of that, on top of those, I want to have an iron farm down here, sort of above here, I would say, and I want it to. I possibly even want it to fall into this bunker. I'm not entirely sure, and despawn and kill them like in this bunker. I'm not entirely sure. So we'll see sort of what level the roof is at and everything, and we'll figure that out. But either way, we want an iron farm, and we want passageways all the way through to. We want passageways all the way through to each of these areas, so we can go AFK in all of these areas as well. So we definitely want like a path to the spider farm, so we can go AFK next to that. Same for the skelly farm, same for the iron farm. Although I think the iron farm does stay loaded in a lot more than, like, you don't need to be as close to an iron farm than you do like an actual spawner for it to work. So that's that. That's like the ideas. On top of that, I want to possibly do what Fabe did in season 1 of TimeShot and have some auto. So one of the reasons that I want the bones is because I can use it in my, and I'll probably build another down here, but I've got in my spawn house like an auto farm thing. I should probably stop mining with this actually now. An auto farm type machine where I put bone meal in and it just like makes loads and loads and loads of crops, and I just hold down right click, which is great. Now that's the reason why I want bones, because that then obviously gets me crops, then I can trade the crops with the villagers. But obviously that's manual, like I have to do that, and I still will do that if I really need emeralds or really want to make emeralds. But I also want to use the villagers for something that they're very good at, and that's actually creating wheat, carrot and potato farms themselves. So I'm actually going to create 3 of each. Not 3 of each, 1 of each, sorry, to have 3 farms, like Fabe did in Season 1, and have that filter in as well. So there's a lot of work to be done, which means I probably won't be heading out to my actual proper base well into another 2 to 3 months, or where I want to build my proper base, but it is what it is. But I'm looking forward to this because I've always wanted to do something like this, and I'm really interested in dabbling in this sort of area of Minecraft. It's going to be a big learning curve for me. And that creeper's going to annoy me. Oh, can we actually hit him? Die, creeper. He's like, okay. Yeah. Sweet. So, yeah. That's that. We've mined a few more obsidian. That's good. Almost another stack, actually, where I talked to you guys about that. And that's my ideas for this place. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. That's what we're going to do. And I'm really looking forward to actually getting to work on this. And I'm going to sort of like switch between this and the end farm. So you'll probably have like a couple of episodes here, a couple of episodes at the end farm. So with my stream, I want to sort of mix it up so I'm not just working on one project all the time sort of thing. We may even go to where I want to build my proper big base, like my massive sort of like city, and start sort of laying some foundations for that and stuff. I want to switch between all of the different projects that I'm working on because it just keeps things fresh. The end farm I sort of want to prioritize a little bit more as once it gets closer to the completion, because it's a community build and I sort of want to complete it as quick as possible. But also I think everyone's a little bit understanding of how long it does take, especially if we want quite a lot there. It's a difficult process to sort of build that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know what you think of the new mic and whether it sounds good. There's still some settings that I still need to work out. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this, make sure you leave it a like, make sure you leave it a comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Also, let me know what you think I should do with the floor. I obviously need to work in the I forgot what it's called. What are these blocks called? Bedrock. I need to work in the bedrock because this is the floor level. The floor level is the first level that bedrock spawns on. So I need to work in bedrock somehow into a pattern. The sort of blocks that I want to use, or I'm going to be using, are quite light blocks. So I'm going to use iron, sandstone, slabs, maybe some birch wood, that sort of stuff. So let me know what you think of the floor and what I can do for it, because this is definitely not working at the minute. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.